Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my monthly review for the Walking Dead comic book series. We're at August 2013. This month's issue was the Walking Dead issue 113. Okay, so it's been a very busy summer, lots of different shows coming up and reviewing lots of different stuff, so I will keep this review fairly brief since I'm a little bit burnt out from all the different shows that have been airing, coming out, and all the different reviews that I've been doing recently. But, you know, I don't want to miss a month in terms of The Walking Dead. I don't want to miss an issue for my reviews. People have asked me, are you going to review the trades after I stopped doing that? And the reason why I have not is because I've been reviewing the issues one at a time. There's no reason for me to do a cumulative review of each trade after that point when I started doing the individual issue reviews. I mean, maybe in hindsight, I guess I could do that. You guys can let me know whether or not you're interested in seeing me do trade paperback arc reviews for the comic book series. At this point, I'm happy with the episode by issue reviews. I have a tendency to always call issues episodes. I don't know why. I just do that constantly. So anyway, that aside, still want to do the review for this month's issue. What's a great issue? Lots of fun. The comic book series has been, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's been able to feel new and, you know, not repetitive all the way through, pretty much different scenes, different scenarios, different villains, different characters coming in and out of the fray. This one, though, did feel a tiny bit repetitive with the Negan punishment thing. Now, I guess for that, I mean, it was Rick's own fault because he did rebel against him at a time probably wasn't ideal. It seemed like a good situation, but it wasn't as good as Rick thought it was. So afterwards, after, you know, it all fails and everything, it does feel kind of a little bit like issue 100 again, where he, you know, he's lining them up and all that kind of stuff, getting ready to bash some skulls. So that part of it does feel a little bit, but I mean, that's part of, you know, what the character does, what Negan does to keep people in line, is he, you know, does this type of thing afterwards and ends up killing at least one person. In this case, I'd say probably 2 or 3. I mean, we'll see how it all turns out, because there's been lots of twists and turns as we've gone through this portion of the Walking Dead, with Negan especially. So we'll see what happens with that. By the way, this review will contain spoilers, so for anyone who's not read it yet, you may not want to watch. Or, yeah, read it first and then watch the review. So that being said, of course, you've got that portion of the issue where Negan's, you know, going to be punishing somebody for what's happened, and we'll probably see that fairly soon. I'm sure he thinks, and so does Rick, that Andrea was the one who got thrown out the window. Nice little plot twist at the end of the issue here that we kind of find out that it wasn't her and that it was the guy. When you look at the drawing, you kind of inspect the shadow of the person who got thrown out. You can kind of tell it was the guy right away, and it didn't really fool me to thinking, oh man, did Andrea just get thrown out the window? It's like, I knew it wasn't good, that wasn't going to happen, so it kind of wasn't as exciting as it could have been. Now, I mean, a lot of readers would have read it and thought to themselves probably that Andrea got tossed out the window of that tall building, so, you know, would have been added some, you know, excitement and things like that in there. For me, I questioned it for a second. I'm like, nah, not at this time. Wouldn't be like that. So it had to have been, she somehow reversed it, maybe cut him, and then he fell, and then she kind of dumped him out type of thing. So, but it was exciting. Definitely the guy coming up behind her in where was she at? The clock tower, or whatever that was, where she was sniping from. That was pretty exciting, the fight all the way through. Lots of action in this issue as well, too. So we'll start it from the top. We start off, we've got Jesus and some other guy, I don't know the other guy's name, and they're assaulting one of Negan's outposts, but there actually ends up not being anyone there, and of course that's because most of them are with Negan at Alexandria, which they didn't know was going to happen. Then we have the dude walk up behind Andrea. Andrea, in this issue, talks a couple times about how her and Rick survive. They always survive. So, you know, I mean, it could be foreshadowing that maybe one of the two of them will not, you know, survive coming up in the whole war issue. You know, I mean, a lot of the developments right now and everything that's happening, it really, you know, is starting to feel like Negan may actually kill Rick, or Rick may die within this whole all-out war story arc. I mean, I wouldn't think so, but the foreshadowing from Andrea, her or Rick, you know, I mean, well, I guess probably Kirkman would kill off Andrea first, but because she's had a lot of time in the comic book series. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, Rick's got to die eventually, you know, if you think about it. I don't know. I guess it's kind of hard to say at this point. But anyway, going on from there, we have Rick and Negan. They throw down a bit, and then Carl shoots Lucille. So Carl shooting Lucille was a lot of fun. I laughed quite a bit at how pissed off Negan was. What the F? And they shoot back at him. He wants the people that are with Carl to throw him over the wall. Doesn't happen. Rick and him are fighting, throw down a little bit. And, you know, Negan grabs Lucille, and he's like this, holding on to her. And he kind of explains how much he loves Lucille, and he's just got a weird relationship with his bat. Okay, so then let's see what else we have. So Andrea, the fight scenes were all great. The art, the blood, everything like that was really cool. It looked good. It was exciting. And then, you know, again, just kind of similar to what we had in issue 100, Negan basically lines them all up and gets them ready. They won't throw Carl over, so for the moment Carl is safe, but we'll see how that ends up, you know, what happens with that. And, I mean, let's see who we got. We got Holly, we got Rick, we got, forget the other guy. Is it Nicholas? Is it? I think. And Heath? That's it. And then Negan's got like tons and tons of guys. Andrea's there, and then she basically says at the end, don't forget, Rick, you and me, we're survivors. We don't die. We don't die. So, and as she's kind of like hanging out half hanging out the window with the guys' dead bodies on the ground. So the art in this issue, as always, on point. Lots of fun. Looked really good. Lots of action. Really exciting. You know, issue. I enjoyed it heavily, very much. I listened to this one. I had an old Walking Dead video this guy made. His username on YouTube is Jamie the Wookiee. I'll put the link in the description. It's basically like a music video he put together. The song is from the Walker Brothers, The Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore. So you guys can go ahead and click that if you want. Listen to it. It's a really cool song. It fits in really well with The Walking Dead. I'm starting to each month as a new issue comes out, I listen to music while I read it the first time. So maybe what I'll do on a monthly thing, or every time we get an issue, I'll give you guys a song to listen to as you read it as well. This month is going to be, like I said, The Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore by the Walker Brothers. Link will be in the description to Jamie the Wookiee's little video where he put that to Walking Dead covers. So that's fun. So you guys can check that out and maybe read the issue over again with that playing in the background. It's a lot of fun to do that. Like, you know, as you're reading it, you've got, you know, the sound coming in. It's good music. It's fun. So in terms of the issue overall, very exciting, lots of fun. Enjoyed it very much. Negan's such a fun character, very cool. And this war is really exciting. I'm really more excited for the bi-weekly issues coming up in October, as they're going to be releasing 2 issues of the series every month for a long time. I think it's like, what, 5 or 6 months? I'd have to check the stats, but it's, you know, it's going to be a while, and the all-out war should be a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. Some people have asked me to do some predictions for who will die in the all-out war story arc, so that's something that I may do. I'm playing with the idea right now of whether or not I want to do a video on that. So you could check for that. I might do that pretty soon. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say about this issue. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was great. Lots of excitement, lots of fun. The ending may have been a little bit predictable for people that have read the story all the way through. Kind of figured it might have been Andrea. But even still, you know, it's still, you know, it was still exciting. And I really like how certain Andrea is that her and Rick are not going to die. That to me is like, it's like foreshadowing that one of the two of them is going to die. You know what I'm saying? If they say that we don't die in The Walking Dead, it's kind of like one of them will. You know, that's the sense I get from it. So anyway, I'll call it here. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about this week's or this month's issue. Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.